Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for taking the time to join in on our webinar today. Today, we're going to be discussing the topic of unifying your customer support channels from social media to email. We'll go ahead and get started. My name's Jonathan Langen. I'm part of the customer success team here at Happy Fox, and I'll be your host during this session. A couple of quick points I want to cover before we get into the thick of things here is if you guys have any questions throughout this session, please just type them into the GoToWebinar chat box, and we'll try to address as many of those questions as we can. Toward the end of the webinar, we're going to do a Q&A session once we've kind of covered all the content. And this session should last somewhere around 30 to 45 minutes. And yes, we're recording it for anybody who wants to share or rewatch it at a later time. Just note, it normally takes us about 48 hours to post our webinars up on our YouTube channel or our website. We can shoot you an email once that's taken care of as well. The next thing is we would really appreciate and love if you guys would tweet about us and this webinar. You can follow us on Twitter at HappyFoxApp, kind of stay up to date with what we got going on. And we're going to be using the hashtag multi-channel support for this webinar as well. Another thing is you guys feel free to get on there, tweet us, tell us what you like or dislike about some of the features you'll see today. You can ask questions, tell us what you like or dislike about the webinar. We'd love to engage with you on that platform. All right, so to get started with the overview and what we're going to be discussing today, the first thing is how using Happy Fox will streamline your process and maximize efficiency by using a single interface to manage all of your support channels. We'll learn how to use self-service features on the customer portal that we provide, how to set up email support in Happy Fox, how to create an embeddable widget in Happy Fox that you can paste on your own website, setting up and managing support with social media, and how to set up phone integration with Twilio so your incoming phone calls are created into tickets. And then we're going to take a glimpse at the all-new Happy Fox live chat that we're going to be releasing here in the very near future. We're really excited about it. It's going to be great. Can't wait to show you guys. So, streamlining your support. Let's start this by examining why unifying all of your support channels in Happy Fox will be so beneficial for you and your business as well as your customers. Every great product out there has at least 10 competitors now, and when your competitor is making a product that is as good as or even better than yours, a key differentiator for you to hold a sizable chunk of market share is through exceptional customer service. The fact of the matter is different customers prefer different methods of communication, so it's good to offer, of course, as many support channels as you possibly can. However, in doing this, this can become very cumbersome for your staff agents and simply too much to handle if it's not done efficiently. Even if support tickets are coming in from support channels like phone, social media, and email, you have to manage those issues separately. And this opens the opportunity for issues to fall through the cracks by trying to jump from phone to email to logging into your social media sites, etc. And consequently, you may even need to split up your support teams to manage it all. Or you may need to hire more help depending on your ticket volume. And this could, of course, be very costly. And if that's the case, you can only hope that your customers are going to be completely satisfied because you're draining your budget unnecessarily. So as you can see in this little image on the slide here, with Happy Fox, you can use email, phone, live chat, social media, customer service portal that we provide where you can easily create self-service options like forums or a knowledge base, or some of you like to call that frequently asked questions. And you'll be able to consolidate all of these channels within that single user interface. A statistic that we have used before in a previous webinar, it's just a good one, so I wanted to reiterate that there was a survey taken recently. 80% of the companies that participated in this survey believed that they were offering superior customer service. And only 8% of the consumers for those customers believed that they were receiving that outstanding customer service. And that statistic shows a lot, but at the very least, it shows a huge disconnect between the customers and the staff agents handling their issues. So how can Happy Fox help cure all of these issues? That's what we're going to be addressing during this webinar, basically. And to start off, I just kind of want to show you guys the Happy Fox Staff Portal application. So let me jump over to my demo account that I've set up here. And ultimately what you see here, if you are unfamiliar with the application, each one of these is a ticket tile. It's a separate issue from different customers or even the same customers. And this is where I'm going to be able to handle all of my support. You can see there's tickets here from Twitter. There's tickets here from Facebook. There's tickets here from my live chat. There's tickets here from phone calls with Twilio. There's tickets from my customer support portal that people have submitted, etc. So rather than me having to jump onto Facebook to manage those tickets, jump to Twitter, jump to the phone, my email, etc., I'll be able to manage all of those things within this one user interface as a staff agent. It really helps me out and creates efficiency. Jump back to my PowerPoint really fast and show you guys the first thing that you can use to begin enhance your customer service and control your ticket volume is to set up a legitimate customer support portal provided by Happy Fox. And I want to start here, take a look, because it's going to help tie everything up if you're unfamiliar with ticketing systems in general or Happy Fox itself. So with this customer support portal, you're going to be able to create a knowledge base. You're going to be able to create forums, community forums for your customers. You'll be able to have live chat potentially if desired. You'll have a customizable ticket form so you can grab granular detail on new tickets that customers are sending to you. And your customers are also going to be able to log into the support portal and have a user interface identical to your staff agents in order to manage their tickets. So we're going to go through all of that right now. So the first thing I want you guys to notice, let me jump back to my homepage actually. The first thing I want you guys to notice is I've done a little bit of customization with my demo company here. I threw my company logo up there. I changed the name of this help desk. I've got a forum link that people could check out my forums. I've got knowledge base articles and information here. Those are those self-service options again that we were talking about. So a quick note is this portal is customizable using mostly free text fields and checkboxes within Happy Fox. It's extremely simple to do, but if you guys want to add some really personal branding, you can do that. You could plug in CSS, HTML, or JavaScript. It's really simple to do, and you do that in the staff portal. Again, you can create knowledge-based content or frequently asked questions for your customers to sift through. Like, let's say, for example, they forgot their password. I could search as a customer on here how to manage my password and answer my own question ultimately, rather than having to create a ticket. You could see run through all of the content here. There's images. You can embed videos, tutorial videos if you have those as well on your knowledge-based articles. The next thing is forums link. This is just very general. Again, like you could create some forum topics. Your customers can jump back and forth. You could see this particular check mark means this is the most pertinent information for this forum topic. Very simple to do. And also you could add your live chat widget that you can see right here. We'll go over that one again towards the end of the webinar. That's the last feature we're going to cover, etc. And then if your customers use those self-service options, they don't find the information they need, they can always just jump on here and create a new ticket. And with your customizable ticket form, they could select whatever appropriate. They have some sales questions. They can select different options that you provide. And notice anytime, like when I select particular options here, the form will change, or in other words, the form will evolve. So this is, again, a customizable form. So you can grab the granular detail on each customer query once it comes into HappyFox and creates a ticket. And also, if your customers want, they can log in, or if you want to give the ability to your customers to log into the support portal, you can do that. I've just created a demo customer here. I'm going to log in as a customer here, and I'm going to actually be able, just as the staff agents, I'm going to be able to manage all of the tickets that I've created, whether it's from chat, whether it's from create just a ticket form, etc. So I'll be able to manage my tickets as a customer with a pretty much identical user interface as the staff agent will be able to. So you're helping consolidate and minimizing the effort your customer has to put in order to manage their queries or complaints that they have for your customer service. And with doing this, you've really empowered your customers to resolve their own issues, and if not, maximize their efficiency as well. So they'll be able to continue to be comfortable purchasing, using your company, your products, etc. But what if your customers prefer email? What if your customers don't want to do this? The next thing we are going to go through is creating tickets from incoming emails. This is a primary support channel for a lot of companies, but before we get into how to do that, let's back up and take a look at one of the first things you're going to do in your customer or in your HappyFox account, which is creating categories. First, what are categories really fast? Categories are the backbone of your HappyFox help desk, and they're going to help you organize or bucketize all of your departments that will be handling any of your customer support tickets, basically. So you could define these categories depending on your work process, but for example, you may have a sales category, a support category, an IT category, or an HR category, again, depending on your process. And you can assign incoming tickets to these categories, and then you could associate the appropriate staff members to each one of these categories in order to manage those tickets. And therefore, staff agents who are not associated to an HR category, for example, won't be able to see the tickets that come into an HR category. So they're only going to be able to see tickets that are appropriate or pertinent to them, and rather than having to sift through all of the requests and find tickets that apply to them or their department. So now for the setup, your HappyFox account has a built-in mail server. And you can see right here that you're going to have a default category with a unique HappyFox email address. And ultimately, what you're going to want to do is you can use this email address because, again, it is a built-in server that you can use the HappyFox application to send emails back and forth with. But you can also use your own email address, your own external email addresses in building your categories. Let me jump to the application really fast and just show you briefly. And a quick note, if you guys have one email address but multiple categories or departments, but you just want to use that one email address, you can do that. That's not a problem. If you guys have multiple categories, but you also have multiple email address for each one of those categories, you can use each one of those emails. And what you're going to do is set up a forwarding rule in that external email address to come into your unique HappyFox email. And therefore, HappyFox will be able to turn all of those emails into tickets and also assign them to the appropriate category if desired. So I have a number of categories built in here. I got a Twitter category, a Twilio category. I have a general support category. Again, these are all going to be defined on you and your work process. And again, to organize your customer support. And the next, and one other thing I want to point out really fast is you can create auto assignments that we have in HappyFox for each one of these categories. So rather than having to manually triage through all of your tickets and send them to the appropriate departments or assign them to the correct staff agents, you can have these auto assignments created. And we have two of them in HappyFox. We have this round robin auto assignment, which basically assigns tickets in a circular and consecutive manner across all of the staff agents in a particular category, or you can have an auto assignment based on active staff, which basically means anybody who is online at that time, HappyFox will assign them tickets based on their workload rather than just consecutively. You could find out who has the least amount of tickets or the smallest amount of workload and assign the tickets to them. And this is going to start to build automation in your customer support process. It's very simple to do, basically the click of a button, and now you don't have to take the time or have somebody take the time to manually triage through all of those tickets. And again, this is really going to help you organize and automate the process and maximize your efficiency. So next, what about those of you who want to give customers direct access to your customer support on your own website rather than having to jump to the HappyFox support portal? For example, you might want visitors browsing your company website to be able to reach you immediately. To make it easier for them, you could design a widget in HappyFox and then copy the HTML code that we provide in the application and paste it on your website, and therefore your users will easily be able to access your support or your self-service features. And let me show you a quick demo of that really fast and just how simple it is to do. Click on my Manage tab, which is pretty much where I'm going to, as an administrator, customize my entire HappyFox account. Click on this integrations option here, and I'm going to click configure next to the support widget. And this is where we're going to customize our support widget, say, what is going to be in the support widget. Do you want to give access to your knowledge base or your self-service options, or do you just want to give them the ability to enter a new ticket form, etc.? So really fast, again, you are automatically going to be given the code, which you just can copy all this code, paste it in your website, and there you'll have your widget. You can add multiple widgets if desired for different websites, and you can edit your widgets. But really fast, in order to create one, you're just going to name it. That's an internal name. Give it a heading, which is basically the name that's going to show up on the support widget itself, or on the new ticket form when customers click on it. You can color it whatever you want, choose whatever color you want simply by clicking on this color palette, name it whatever you want. You're going to choose whether or not you want the widget or an inline form embedded onto your web page, the position of the widget, and then you're just going to, right here, choose whether or not you want your customers to be able to see the self-service options if you've created or providing those, and etc. You're going to associate the appropriate categories. If you want to add more personal customization, again, you could plug in your JavaScript, you could plug in your CSS and save your settings. Once that's done, before actually plugging this onto your live website, you could just click this View Example button here. It's going to kind of show you what your widget will look like, and you see it right here. Just pretend this is a web page. And when I click on my widget, I'll be able to take a look at what I have. So on this particular one, JL Company Ticket Form, I can search through the knowledge base again as a customer, like the forgot password option. So rather than me submitting a ticket, I could say, oh, well, how do I manage my password? This will open up a link to my knowledge base again, and I won't have to submit a ticket. But if I do want to submit a ticket as a customer, I could just click on this option, run through, again, your customized form, and create a ticket that'll land in my HappyFox account directly from my company website once you paste the code in there. And that's it for the widget. And yes, it's really that simple. So moving on, the next thing I want to cover, or we want to go through, is social media support and how simple it is to set up as well, and the power that can come from it. So let me jump back to my PowerPoint really fast here. And there are ways for customers to communicate. There are various ways for your customers to communicate with a company, but social media is where many of them, and many of us as well, are spending huge amounts of time. So it becomes extremely convenient for them to identify brands, provide feedback, and most importantly, voice their concerns there. So instead of having to type out emails or make calls to a company, customers can simply find the brand's Facebook or Twitter page and start to interact. And by combining the strength of social media with the robust ticketing skills of a social help desk, you can have all of your incoming Facebook messages and all of your Twitter messages and or mentions logged as tickets in HappyFox. This is really going to open the communication ability with you and your customers. If social media is neglected, it can be a huge impact on your company. For example, you can see in the graph on the slide here, this chart sums up the need of social media customer service, really. It shows the growth of a group of companies during the second half of 2013. And companies interacting on social media, seen here, were able to grow 4.6% more than companies that were not utilizing that channel. So when it comes to social media, let's start with Facebook integration with HappyFox, where you can turn direct messages into tickets. You can answer Facebook queries directly from HappyFox, and they'll land in your customer's Facebook message account, and therefore you could stay much more closely connected with your customers and try to interact with them on their preferred platform. So this is an extremely simple integration here, seen in this screenshot. It's a two-step configuration. You could pick any of your Facebook pages and link them to a specific category, as you can see down here, and have any of the private messages from those pages show up as tickets in your HappyFox account. You could simply change the active status of these pages by selecting or deselecting these checkboxes. When a page is active, new message threads on that Facebook page, again, will be converted into tickets in your HappyFox instance, and messages, again, are going to be able to be replied by staff members through HappyFox. So there's really no need to jump into Facebook. So to show you a couple of tickets, or a ticket at least that came from Facebook, here's a ticket that came from Facebook. It's in my Facebook category. I can open it up and take a look at what's going on. And so this customer here, Vignesh, he says, hey, he needs some help and he wants to schedule a product demo. And rather than having to jump to my Facebook account, as you can see here, and take a look at my messages or any of my notifications here that are coming from him and answering on this platform, I don't have to do that. I could just simply stay in my HappyFox portal, and I can add an update here and say, you know, something like, how does 1:30 today sound? Update the ticket, and this is going to go directly to that customer's Facebook messages, and he'll get a notification through Facebook as well. A couple of quick things. Facebook messages get updated every 15 minutes, so it could take 1 to 15 minutes for those messages to turn into tickets into HappyFox, because polling happens every 15 minutes basically. But once you've completed these simple steps, the power is yours, and you'll be able to really interact on that platform very simply. Facebook. But what about Twitter, for example? Let's jump back over to the slide here, and this is going to be very similar to Facebook. So with HappyFox and Twitter integration, you're not only going to be able to just turn direct messages into tickets, but also mentions. So if somebody tweets about your company, you'll be able to get a ticket in HappyFox and really kind of sift through what people are saying about your company. They could also create or ask queries, and you could answer them by tweeting back to them as well. So and through the HappyFox interface, rather than having to jump over onto Twitter. Really fast, this is another really simple integration. Let me jump over to so once you authorize your Twitter account, you'll be able to see, all you have to do pretty much is sign into your Twitter account, authorize the app for HappyFox to be able to update your profile, see who you're following, etc. You'll be able to see what the application will be able to do and what HappyFox cannot do right here. So let me jump over to my application really fast, and I want to show you briefly how simple these integrations are to manage as well. I know I showed you the screenshots on those slides, but also let me show you in the actual application itself. Again, Facebook and Twitter are going to be very similar in the integration process. You're just going to scroll down, find whichever external application you want to configure, click configure next to it, and you're going to be able to see what you've configured, your HappyFacts account or your company account. You'll be able to say, do you want to convert mentions into tickets? You might not want that, but it might be too much to handle. Or do you want to convert your direct messages into tickets? You could simply manage those and make those active or not, or just make the integration as itself active or not. And it's really that simple. With Facebook, it works the same way, basically. It's just very simple to do. And once you do that, again, you're going to be able to get all of those tickets into the staff portal, where you'll be able to manage those things. You could write tweets back to your customers. So for example, this is a mention from Twitter about JL Company I could see on here from Vignesh. Let's take a look. He says, hey, I think I need some help. He tweeted my company, but it's here in HappyFox. I can update this ticket, and I can automatically see his handle and my handle alike in this. I could see the characters remaining on this tweet because Twitter has a 140 character limit. And I could just simply reply and post a tweet up right now to my customer. If I could learn to type. Update this ticket. And now I've posted a tweet, which you would also be able to see on your feed here. So these are some other replies that I've sent out to my other customers, which ultimately really is me. But these actually, as Facebook polls every 15 minutes, Twitter is going to poll every 10 minutes. So you'll be able to get new tickets every 1 to 10 minutes. And I could see my conversation and interaction with my customers here on Twitter as well. And this all happened through HappyFox. And again, very simple. You can tweet back to your customers, or HappyFox is also going to tell you if, oh, here's another Twitter ticket, but this is a direct message in Twitter. So again, I could reply to this ticket through HappyFox. It'll land in his messages rather than on his tweet. Again, 140 character limit on the direct messages as well. And it's that simple with their social media support. So you'll be able to really harness the power that comes from staying engaged with your customers on the social media platform, again, using HappyFox. All right, so now let me jump back to my slide here, and we're going to get into another great integration that we use here at HappyFox with Twilio. You can automatically, with Twilio, convert your conversations that you have on the phone into tickets. It's going to record those conversations automatically, and you'll also be able to use the Twilio widget directly within HappyFox, and I'll show you guys a demo of that really fast. So with Twilio, there's another two-step integration. One note is if you want to use Twilio, you're going to have a Twilio account as well as a HappyFox account. They're two separate applications. We just integrate together, and we integrate well. So basically, you're going to open up your Twilio account. All you need is to enter in your SID and auth code, activate it, and then you're going to enter in your name, the Twilio number, any forwarding numbers that you want to use, just separate them by commas, and then again, you're going to associate the appropriate category as well as the appropriate staff that will be able to use the phone integration. So to show you really fast how that works, I want to open up my HappyFox application, and whenever you have your Twilio integration completed, you're going to see this little phone icon up here. Again, this is where the internal widget is going to pop up, and I am calling my Twilio number right now. And you can see right here, I can answer the call just using HappyFox. Oh, I've got a little browser block. And now I'm talking on the phone with my customer. I can record this call. It's recording automatically. Once I end this call here, I resolve my customer issue, or maybe I didn't, whatever it is. I'm going to end that call. It's going to automatically create a ticket in HappyFox. There it is. Just got this call. You can open this ticket up, and you'll be able to listen to the conversation just by clicking on this button. It just opens up another tab. You'll be able to sift through the conversation your staff agent or you had with your customer. Then you can add a private note to fill in any kind of appropriate details for everybody to view, rather than just having to listen to the entire phone conversation. That one's really fun, really simple. Again, and the next thing we're going to get into, one of the last channels, the last feature that we're going to get into, is the new HappyFox live chat. And you can see a little, we're going to run a little test on this one right here. But with live chat, customers are going to be able to go onto your website or whatever website. You embed the widget. You can automatically turn these chats into tickets as well. And then you'll be able to view the analytics within your live chat module. And again, just wanted to show you this screenshot. We're going to provide you the code in the live chat that you just, for the widget, that you're just going to copy the code, paste it on your website, and you're going to be good to go. So just to show you guys how that works really fast, this is my customer support portal. I'm logged in as a customer. I see the chat widget, and we could just say that this is a customer site. I put it on my demo support portal, but you could put it on your own website. This is just for demo purposes, and I'm just going to enter my name, and I'll just say my name is a customer, and I'm going to enter my email address as the customer, and I'm going to say I want to start a live chat with an agent, get some information. So automatically, I see a message that says, "How can I help you?" And I could just say something like, "I have a question about an order I placed." Once that's done, it's going to shoot a message off to a staff agent for this company or for your company. And ultimately, I can see now, as a customer, he's typing. He said, "Can you please give me the order number?" I'm sure I can. There it is. You can see how fast these messages go back and forth when they're typing. Very simple to use, very effective. And there we go. This is a demo, obviously, but you can really resolve customer issues this simple. He says, "Hey, it'll be delivered tomorrow." As a customer, I'm happy. I didn't have to submit a ticket. I didn't have to call in. This is just very efficient for me. I hopped on their website, got to the live chat, and I can just say, "You know what, I want to end this conversation." Okay, and once I end this conversation as a customer, or once even the staff agent ends the conversation, HappyFox again is going to jump back over to, is going to create a ticket in my staff portal, and I'll be able to see the chat conversation, the chat thread that happened, whether the ticket was resolved or not. And also, since the customer entered in their email address, I'll be before they started the live chat, I'll be able to correspond with that customer back and forth very simply. Once the ticket if the ticket comes in and it's not resolved, for example. There we go. It might take a minute or so, but I have, for example, like a chat conversation right here. Oh, that's from Facebook, my bad. Sorry, guys. But anyways, it'll create a ticket. It might take a minute or two. And you'll be able to see the ticket threads that happen between me and that customer. Here's a chat conversation ticket right here. And again, it came from HappyFox customer. I could pull that customer's email address and be able to correspond with them on that platform if I wasn't able to resolve their query. And that piece kind of concludes. I know that was a lot of information, a lot of things to cover, but ultimately the reason why is because I want to show you how all of those different channels can be consolidated into this single portal. So again, rather than jumping on as a support agent and say, "Oh, let me manage my tweets, let me manage my Facebook page, let me answer the phone, let me jump onto my email," those kinds of things really create inefficiency. And again, things can fall through the cracks, or you'll have to have more support agents to manage and handle all of that. But as one staff agent, I'm able to come here, have access to all of these different channels, and get to my customers. And of course, if your business process dictates that you need to have separate support teams for your social media and your phone support because you just have so much ticket volume, by all means, you can do that as well. And you could even select or choose which staff members are going to be part of your Twitter category, which staff members are going to be part of your Facebook category, your live chat category, your Twilio category, and they'll only be able to see and manage those tickets. So with that being said, pulling all of this information in, we could see the benefit of consolidating everything. But another great thing in HappyFox is you can collect all of the data within this one place and write reports or create reports on that information, and therefore you'll really be able to grab some metrics. So for example, I can go to my reports tab and I have a pre-made report. Reports are very easy to build. There's no coding necessary in order to query the HappyFox database. It's just drop downs and free text fields, again, which is pretty much how HappyFox works. Very simple. And I've created this social media tickets report, which is going to say, hey, you have however many tickets in social media, 3 of them are assigned, 2 of them are unassigned, 5 are pending, 0 have been completed. I could really start to take this data and break it down into a number of different ways, again, with drop downs. When was the ticket assigned? When did the staff reply to it? What are the dates I want to look at all these tickets, for example? You'll be able to see this overview broken down into a graph. You could break it down by status, assignment, priority, just clicking on these buttons and change the graphs up. You could see which of these tickets are in what status and what percentage and how many of them are. Which of them have these particular priorities, who's assigned how many tickets. And as a manager, I'm going to be able to really get down here and start to break down a lot of the detail. What tickets make up this particular report? I could click this button and say, well, what are my response stats? And I could see, what's the average first response time or the average response time in general, overall. This is, again, a demo account with very little data in this particular report, and my response time's no bueno. So if that was the real case, I'm definitely going to want to change that. And that's where HappyFox comes in to really break down this information for you. You could do the same thing and break down what's the average response time or first response time for each one of my staff agents here. What's the average time it takes for them to complete a ticket, and the average number of responses. I could break this down into a staff activity view again to see like how many tickets are assigned to each staff agent, how many tickets have they participated in, how many tickets have they, or how many replies have they sent out on all of those tickets, how many private notes on all of those tickets, etc. And one of the cool things here is you'll be able to break that same data and information down by your customer activity view. So how many tickets has this customer created, and how many of them are pending? How many replies have they sent out? And this is all coming in, like if they just logged into the support portal or sent an email, etc. And how much time did they spend on these tickets? So you'll be able to really break down all of this data from all of those channels into some pretty granular detail here. But if you wanted to, you could also export this data to a CSV or Excel file by clicking on this link, and it's going to pull all of the information from each individual ticket. And really, that's, again, one of the most powerful things you're going to be able to do in order to manage your customer support and have a profound impact on your overall company or brand image. So to conclude before the Q&A section really fast, HappyFox was created to make handling your support as efficient and seamless as possible. The application, as you can see, it's very simple to use, and it gives you a lot of flexibility to customize your work processes and pull the power of analytics to your support team and your managers at a low cost. And this way you have all of the necessary insight to control over your company's customer support, and most importantly, build your customer satisfaction rating in order to utilize the power of the customer service and keep your company growing while building that outstanding brand image. And this will make all of the difference. So that being said, I want to get into the Q&A segment of the webinar now. So again, if you guys had any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat box, and we'll address as many of those as we can. We only got a few minutes here, so sift through some questions here. Can we have SLAs and reports for individual channels, and how? Great question. Let me jump back to the application actually so I can kind of show you guys. And one thing I didn't really mention was SLAs. So of course you have your reporting ability here, and just to show you an example of how simple it is to create a report, you're just going to name the report, give it an internal description, and then your conditions are going to be defined by selecting any of the options shown in this dropdown. So these are all built-in options that you could see in HappyFox, and then you also can create custom fields, we call. Basically, whenever you create these custom fields, that's where your ticket form is going to evolve. And any of the information that your customers enter will be grabbed, and you'll be able to build reports based on those fields that they answered. So what was the software version that they were using, what's the customer name, etc. So you could build those reports very easily, query the database, and in the same way, I just want to mention really fast, you have the ability to create SLAs, which is an acronym for service level agreements. So in the same way, you're just going to come down here. Actually, let me edit this report and give you guys a little bit better idea of what we got going on here. Give it a name, select whether it's active or not, and what's your objective. And you want to, what's the average time taken to send your first response? And it should be less than 1 day, for example. And if the last staff message contains something, so these are just basically examples of SLAs you can create. So you could say, customer called in through my Twilio account. I want to respond to him or make sure his issue is resolved within 1 day. And I want to meet that goal 85% of the time. And if I don't get that, or I don't achieve that goal, I'm going to get an alert on my tickets page here when I open a ticket that says you didn't reach this SLA, or you breached this SLA, and therefore you better get on and manage this ticket right away. So you could kind of obviously keep meeting those goals. So I hope that answered your question there. Next, can we integrate multiple Twitter, Facebook accounts, or Facebook accounts to a single HappyFox account? If so, how many of each? Okay, that's a good question, actually. So the answer is you can have up to 3 pages of on your Facebook account. You have up to 3 pages on your Facebook account, or 2 on your Twitter account. So you'll be able to manage up to 3 on your Facebook, 2 on your Twitter. Let's see, reading through questions here. Sorry, reading. Can Twilio be used for clients to call in directly to HappyFox and leave a ticket without talking to anybody? And that kind of depends. That's a good question. That kind of depends on your work process. If you've got a voicemail set up, or if you're going to have a circular, or you're going to have the phone ring to a number of different staff agents. But if they miss a call, yeah, you can have that create a ticket at HappyFox. Next one, let's see. Another one from Trina here. So we have over 1,000 clients and 2 category types. What do we do to auto-assign tickets from Facebook, Twitter, or email? If I'm following your question correctly, you may need to create additional categories if you're going to have email, Twitter, and Facebook, so that you can manage those accordingly. But I mean, ultimately, all you're going to do if you want to create those auto assignment options, you're just going to you're going to select the appropriate category and add that assignment. So just to show you briefly, when I can edit any one of my categories. So let's just say I've got my Facebook category. If I click edit on that Facebook category, I've got all the information here, but I can also add an auto assignment where I'll just say add an auto assignment to my Facebook category and select that auto assignment. So if you only have 2 categories, maybe you can bunch your Facebook and Twitter categories together and just say, like, this is my social media category, and create an auto assignment there. So if that didn't answer your question, please reach out, and I'd like to talk with you, and I could kind of elaborate on that one since we're out of time here. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for jumping on this webinar and participating. Any more questions, you could search through our knowledge base, support.happyfox.com, or you could just simply reach out to us by phone as well. We'd love to interact and engage with you.